turned into almost a 15-minute call of Nyara going into the minutia, going into the weeds, and I'm just like, it's the easiest yes or no in the world. Do you want the kids to have their wee-wees chopped off? I know the answer is no. I just need you to say the words. That's literally all I need. Because that's what Asmund is saying you're saying.
Personally, I think
there is this really far away, so I had to like kind of zoom in. And now Zeriz is a little bit more pixelated.
Here, let me do a thing for you. Let me... Because I need to move myself a little bit anyway, so that I look correct. There we go. Boobas. As God intended.
You're just not centered now.
Yeah.
But that's it.
I'm always centered.
So when I finished the recording for it, in the video, I left a part where I was like talking about the interaction real quick, and then just like looked down and just went, God, she's so autistic, and then moved on to the rest of the Asmongold bit. And that was the part where somebody in the chat was like, that better have been tongue-in-cheek, and just like, what you don't know is I said those words to her on the call.
What you don't know is Nyara would completely endorse that.
Yeah.
What's that one? That reminds me of that one comic where the guy's talking about something that the girl doesn't care about, and she's like, God, he's so stupid.
Yes.
I want to fuck him so bad. Yeah, I love that one.
That's kind of the experience I find a lot.
Yeah, if as a person like getting into any kind of intimacy with straight men, that is the exact that's the correct reaction.
All right, as a straight man, I feel called out. Could you don't?
Personally, I think we should corral all of the children into herds and just start injecting all kinds of hormones into them. I think that's good for them.
I think, actually, hold on. I think you're on the right track here. I think from the ages of 6 months, or even 3 months, all the way to about 3 years old, I believe there should be a scheduled set of injections that children have to have, and I believe by them getting these set injections, we will actually increase this weird concept called herd immunity in society. This seems very on par for what you're doing, and I think this is very based and good. Now, obviously, I'm just fucking talking about vaccines. That's a thing we fucking do, but...
Not anymore, we don't.
Yeah, we used to.
Now
you heard?
Oh, Kennedy is trying to get rid of that shit.
Yeah, Kennedy's joined the war on disease on the side of disease.
Yeah.
It's like the Avengers assembling, kinda, yeah.
The Avengers assembling, but it's just fucking scarlet fever and measles.
Yeah.
Scarlet fever. Tuberculosis.
No, I was referring to this collab. not to the vaccine.
Oh, yeah, well, we're the Avengers because the kids are already dead.
We're also a plague, so it's fine.
Cat.
Hello, Kitty. This is Winry.
How many cats do you have?
I have 2 of them. Well, if you count the ones outside, there's 5 now, but we have 2 inside.
Damn, crazy.
Yeah, we take care of 3 of them outside. One of them just showed up. Her name's Connie, and she's a little cow pattern. And I need to get her fixed soon. Yeah, she just started letting us pet her. So,
maybe.
Yeah.
I need to get fixed soon too.
Oh no.
Ignore me uploading all of my Magic the Gathering videos while we're in this collab, because I was halfway through that part of my workday when this started.
Suris, ignore me literally putting a card in a deck right now as we're doing this.
Ooh, what deck?
I'm making a Takazia deck. It is one of my many Brothers War decks.
Okay.
Oh no.
Oh, Takazia. Okay,
I was nerd call.
Yeah.
I forgot. I've never heard her name pronounced with the Z sound. I've always heard it pronounced with an S sound.
I have the same problem with Titania, who everybody just kind of calls Titania.
Yeah, I've always called her Titania.
Yep, most people have, and that's my own personal Hermione experience.
Yeah,
Hermione.
That's fair. That is entirely fair. I recently had to rebuild a couple decks that I had taken apart, because there was a video from EDH Retcast that I watched that was about taking apart your old decks, because as you hold on to them for a long time, they start to just kind of stagnate. There's only only so many projects you can keep in your head at the same time. So like, I was like, okay, that sounds fine. I took apart a bunch of my decks, and then as this year is rolling over, as I was taking apart a bunch of my decks, I just started going, man, those decks I took apart last year, kind of missed those. Hold on a minute. So I had to rebuild. I just rebuilt Sauron, the one from the precon.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah, the bad one. I love the bad one. He's my favorite of them. He's horrible.
I have 2 Ashnod decks. I'm not going to tell anybody their commanders aren't good. My baby decks are Judith, Ashnod, and Ashnod.
Okay, look,
so
but here's the thing. Ashnod, I would be willing for Ashnod to do terrible things with a needle and thread to me.
Yeah.
It's just perfect. She's perfect. No notes.
What?
Thanos is the happiest lad. He is in the best situation of all time.
Oh, it makes me so mad they didn't have partner cards in Brothers War.
Yeah, why was there not a partner card for fucking Ashnod and Thanos with a little flavor text where she calls him her little duck?
Or I want also, it pisses me off that the uncommon Urza Mishra cards are not partners somehow, which because the uncommon ones
partners, because the uncommon
or when
ones,
they're kids.
Yeah, it's before fucking Mishra goes to the Falaji, so they're still friendly at that point.
Exactly.
No,
and they're working on Takesha's dig site. Yeah. Anyway, sorry, we're derailing the broadcast with autism.
No, it's fine. I'm just doing that comic. These people are so stupid. No, I'm kidding.
the other deck I just rebuilt was Shadowheart Bad Dragons.
Oh yeah.
Where you
Shadowheart's fun.
You have Shadowheart with Acolyte of Bahamut. You let Acolyte of Bahamut spawn all of the really bad Golgari dragons that are not designed well, so that you can just put them in the grave where they belong as a draw engine, and that is the deck. If I'm killing my own cards and making you watch, I'm winning.
See, and that's what my mono black Ashnod basically does, is it is just a bunch of great cards, but it is objectively I wouldn't even say a solid 2. The problem is that I've actually kind of been, as I've been thinking of pivoting the direction, not pivoting, but expanding the direction of my channel and content, I'm thinking of doing more Magic stuff. And I think I kind of want to do a video on bracket 2s and 3s and the phenomena of nobody understanding what the difference between a 2 and 3 is, not just if they have a game changer. Yeah.
It's also how fast their strategies operate.
And a couple days ago, I hadn't been, just because of the holidays and work and everything, I hadn't been to my local shop in over a week. And there were a bunch of new players there, which is totally fine. But they were like, yeah, no, it's a 2. I just built it. And we're talking turn 6. They're talking about, yeah, I'm going to get a second combat after this. I'm going to untap. I'm going to grab 5 basics. And I'm like, what? This is, I'm playing a theme deck over here, man. What? You got to work with me.
Yeah, I did a video on the bracket system because I encountered that same problem too many times, where I built Nicol Bolas the Ravager as a bracket 1 all the way up to CDH deck.
Hell yeah.
So that I could go here's what a bracket 1 deck looks like. All of the cards have Bolas quotes, reference Bolas, or have Bolas horns somewhere on them. That's bracket 1.
I had my bracket 1 that I was working on for a while and I stopped. But I was gonna do a Baron Sengir, the Legends or the Homelands Baron Sengir.
Yeah, the guy who's fake fuck for the lore is currently stuck on a planet.
Well, and I was going to have it be a commander deck that was all old borders, and so would have been. It was basically going to be, what if Homelands and Fallen Empires and all that bullshit was turned into a commander deck? How many of these cards can I make barely playable? And that was my 1.
Okay.
But anyway, sorry.
You're fine. I just don't play Magic.
Okay, but you could.
I like cards too.
I could.
You could. I could easily build you a deck, send it to you, and then you could play Magic.
You seem like you're a Ninja Turtles fan. You give me Ninja Turtle. Yeah.
Oh, that's a good guess, but no.
Damn.
I'm mostly anime. Like,
Okay.
I like. I've been watching Attack on Titan finally.
Okay.
I was telling my chat since last stream, I've gotten up to like season 2. I think episode 6 or 7. I just finished.
When you finish Attack on Titan, I want to talk with you about that show because that is a fascinating show to dissect, both from the perspective of like what the author believes, and also how like a lot of that
fan base,
what that fan base ends up like believing as well. Also, my main thing is like there's season 2, so they're still in the walls in season 2, right?
Yes.
Okay, that I can't say what I was about to say because there is a phenomenon.
They just reclassed with the Colossal and the Armored, so like I know about them.
Yeah, that is small potatoes.
Okay,
that is a small potatoes thing. So the weird thing is a lot of the conflicts in Attack on Titan are actually pointless. A lot of them are like literally events that happen that when you get near the end of the show, you realize that there was no reason for them to have been there doing that thing in the first place. And that is one of those conflicts where like everybody involved had no business fucking fighting each other at that point, but they are still. But no, there's a thing that happened, not a thing that happens, but there's a revelation later about how the walls themselves came to be, how the society existed. Because you've already learned that it's an ethno-homogenous society, right? Like that's something that they point out really early on.
Yeah, kind of. Like all of humanity is like within these walls, and there's not really like
there's not racial diversity anymore. Yeah. They're just okay.
Yeah.
So keep the pin in that, and just remember that for when certain reveals happen. There is a reason they are ethno-homogenous.
I see.
And
I've been told not to watch the show at all. Some people say that it's fascist propaganda.
I believe that people
I hate that shit.
I believe that people that tell you to stay away from media are fucking idiots. I am just gonna say that right now. If you are the type of person who is so worried that your opinion on the world around you will change so fundamentally because you watched a Japanese cartoon, then you lack the constitution to be in political conversation.
I feel like that's the same when it comes to Frieren.
Oh yes! Oh my god!
Especially if you just look at like how people in the Western space, just like misread a lot of the things and like utilize it to be racist. Like I had people be like, "Oh, Frieren is just like it's just fascist propaganda," but it's like, no,
based on what?
Yeah, it's just like, if you consider the elimination of random demons to be like some grandiose commentary about like marginalized groups, how like people on Twitter portray it to be,
oh my
then
fucking
like
god,
maybe. But like if that is like how you draw your morals and whatnot, it's just like it's kind of embarrassing. I think
the point of the demons in Frieren is that they are not people. They are not
right.
Like they literally are not. They're
a virus imitating a person.
Have any of you read Have any of you read the Dresden Files?
No.
Okay. This isn't a spoiler or anything. It's a series that everybody should read. I think it is fan-fucking-tastic. It is one of the best urban fantasy things that I have read, and it could be the Stockholm Syndrome of having read all the books now, and there's like 18 of them. So that could be where this is coming from. Keep that in mind. But vampires in the Dresden series operate almost exactly like demons do in Frieren. They are manipulators. They are not people. Like, fundamentally, they are not people. They are monsters that put on a flesh mask in order to assimilate in society and manipulate society. When they are treated as an enemy, treating them with humanity every single time gets characters killed. It is a thing that just ruins lives, because the point is not that they are people, they are just different. The point of those characters in both Dresden and Frieren is they are not people, but they masquerade very well. They are equivalent to skinwalkers. Treat them the way a skinwalker would be treated.
They learn the human tongue to manipulate humans. And then, Western Twitter people use that as like an example. Be like, oh my god, trans people are manipulating people. They learned the language, the human tongue. They're speaking your tongue in order to try to manipulate you. The sin of empathy type of like deal.
Sin of empathy.
The sin of empathy.
They're barely
died with Charlie Kirk, but you know.
What's funny is his death is the reason I got on like I call it the radical empathy arc. It's like he died, and I was like, oh. He thought that I didn't know this before. He thought that empathy was not even like a real concept.
Yes.
That like people could feel the same things that other people feel, like, no, which is ridiculous. And I'm like, okay, bet. And so now I'm like, you know, on this radical empathy arc, and I'm like, okay, I think that there's good in all people, and I'm going to prove it.
Yeah, I think.
Was that working for you?
Doing pretty good, actually.
It's me and Alec, you and I have had this conversation a handful of times now, and I think you and I are basically on the same page for most people. There is one person who I will not name in this conversation, but y'all already know who I'm talking about. There is one person I will not extend that to because fuck that person in particular. But that aside,
really quick, are we live or is this still private?
We're live.
I'm live.
We are.
Okay.
Many of us are live.
I wanted to make sure before I
think we haven't really had a
formal
good
introduction.
Start. Yeah, I think maybe we should just like start before we jump into like yapping.
I've been recording the whole time, and I plan on handing this to K-Fox and just going like, there is material in here because of the people present, I'm sure. Have fun. Hey, you made it to the end. I want to give an extra thanks to the patrons who allow me to do this full time. I want to thank Aaron Rail, Astral, Britzkrieg, Jemshin, Poundini, Red Joker, Victoria, Jonas, Craig, Tarika, Fireshard, Smiling GM, John, Dren Hadamada, Creeper, Sagitta, you know I'm not saying that last part, Valis of Sereth, Ottoman Angel, Rooster Rachel, and Fire Panda, who are all my $20 and up patrons.